How can I tell my parents I don't want to go on vacation with them and the family? That you can't get the time off work? You're a grown man, just tell them no. Tell them you can't make it this year. You don't need to explain if you don't want. Too busy, can't get away from work this year. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad, I've made plans for that week. I'm taking a trip with friends. So when can you go with us? Sorry, this is going to blow my travel budget for the year. I won't be able to take a second vacation. This works even if you go somewhere by yourself and all your friends are on social media. Just be honest but kind about it. Maybe say something like, I really appreciate the offer, but I'd like to set this one out and take some time for myself. If I was forced to go on a vacation with my extended family when I was 28, I would have pulled the lever on the emergency door and jumped out of the plane. This is a control issue, you need to fix it now, or you aren't going to have your own life and identity until after your parents croak, and that can be a long time. Quick question, are you still living at home? That whole first paragraph. Wait until they bring it up next. Then say, I think I'm gonna stay back this time. They ask why, and you say I've been going with you all for 28 years and every time there's bickering and hostility between mom and aunt, dad and brother, and I'd rather not this year. You could also add something like I couldn't get my request off work, or Jake is coming in town that week. He lives in Tampa now, so this is my only chance to hang before he flies back. You're an adult. Just tell them. They'll ask you why, but you don't have to give a reason because you're an adult. Plan some vacations of your own. You are still young enough to go on those young people tour vacations, which are great for solo travelers. Start saving and focus on what you want to do. You can say, I understand this is disappointing, but I really feel this is best for me right now. Literally have to say no. Sounds like a lot of communication problems with the family. We have sort of a similar thing. We get along great with everyone. Our thing is we only get so much vacation time and have so much money. We go on a short vaca with my family and again with my wife's. We never get to pick where. We can't afford to go on a third trip. The family always goes to the beach, the same spot every single year. Boring. The wife and I don't even like the beach. We spend thousands of dollars every year to go on vacation to places we never would pick to go. A couple years ago we said basically this in a nicer way to our families. They took it okay. We still go with them, but we said it just wasn't going to be every year. We'd go on some trips. But if I told this to my parents' face, they'd think I'm crazy and ask why I feel like this. You obviously have proof. Correct, remember when X happened, you know XY were bickering during Z. Just give a couple of examples. Hold your ground, lie if you have to, but build a boundary. I went on what I swore was my last family vacation when I was 19. Many years later, I made the mistake of thinking, oh, now that we're all older and married and there are some of the next generation here, maybe it'll be fun to do that skiing weekend where we all get a cabin together. Narrator voice, it was not fun. Just the other day my mom was talking up how we should all do a thing together and rent a house. First thing I said was the dojo, really, don't count us. But sure, the rest of you could do it. Then the lie, I really can't get that time off. Then I just laid it out, that sounds like something I would not enjoy at all. Then when she pressed again I simply said going on a family vacation is not something I'm going to be doing. It's not a debate, it's a statement, and that was literally the only thing that got her off the subject. I recently planned a week at my parents' holiday home with them, while I was traveling that country, and as the days crept closer and closer and the idea of just 3 of us, under one roof, all meals together, evenings watching TV awkwardly together, being driven around together, it made me feel deep panic. So I just called up and said I have these concerns and that 5 days tour might be detrimental to our relationship and planned something else. My parents stopped taking me on holiday when I stopped living under their roof. At 28 you are more within your rights to say you have your own life, goodbye. I said I didn't want to anymore. Parents were like, sweet, they enjoyed the holiday with more money to spend, win-win. You will need to learn how to say no in life. You are almost 30. Say no. Tell them you have other plans. Work obligations. Lie. Who cares? As much as it sucks, you're an adult now. You just gotta bite the bullet and do it. It amazes me how many responses tell you to lie and make up a reason why you can't go. That's not manning up and standing up for yourself. That's weaseling out. You are an adult, you should learn to say no, but they are your family. Lying isn't the best option. Just be honest about you not enjoying those holidays like you used to as a kid and you now want to do stuff your own way. They lose their cool when you are honest, their issue not yours. Just don't lose your cool when you tell them. Don't get dragged down in a discussion that ends in flinging insults between both parties. But what some other commenter said is true, either consciously or subconsciously, it's about control. You need to take control of your own life and happiness.